Hey guys, back almost in my bushcraft area to do a build of a fully enclosed A-frame tarp tent shelter. When I go camping, I like to, if I can't get off the ground, I like to have a floor beneath me. And when it starts getting cooler, like right now it's the fall, when it starts getting cooler, I kind of like to have enclosed on all sides just to kind of keep the warmth in, so it's not as cold. So I'm going to use a 12 by 16 tarp, which is much larger than what you'd probably have with you, but you could do this with other size tarps. This is just the one I had here that I thought I'd try with, and it was big, so it was easy to do it with. You need 8 pegs, and you need 4 of these. You just buy these at the hardware store for like $1, and they clamp onto the tarp, and then you have a place to secure it. So 4 of these, 8 of these, and 1 tarp. And I put up a ridgeline here, and let's get this thing started. This tarp does not have holes in the exact center, so I throw it over and I kind of match the holes so I get it kind of right at the center of where it's hanging. And then you want to go in, and on the inside, and I'll bring the camera over there, on the inside you want to secure the 2 sides, the holes on the second one. So the first set of holes of grommets in, you want to secure it. So I'm basically going to grab the second grommet in, the second grommet, or the first one in, not counting the outside one, and try and get it right below the camera. Try and get it right below the ridge line. And then secure that there, and do the same on the other side. Then this is where these come in. So you want to, from the outside, measure about where you put the pin in on the inside, and you want to clip these to the outside while leaving the floor flat, and pull it out as tight as you can. And then you do that same thing on all 4 corners, or not actually the corners, but where the 2 are pinned together, that becomes the outside corner, where the 2 are pinned together on the inside. And you can do these kind of loosely at first. You might need to adjust later to get them in the right spot. So then, since you put the inside one, you're using the second one, you have all this extra on the end. So I'm going to fold this under here on the inside, and then I'm going to pin the 2 sides together to make a wall on the back side. And then you want to pin this down so that it's pretty close to the same pin you had here for the back side. You'll want to go through and just kind of rearrange and tighten these so you get them in the right spot so that it pulls it out tight so you have as much room inside as you possibly can. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll get back with you on the other side. Okay, so I fixed this side so it's a little, you can see it's fully enclosed there. I mean, it indents a little because you had to fold it under, but it's fully enclosed down the side. And there's a little indent at the top because you got to get rid of the extra fabric. So now on this end it's still open, and you can close it up the same way as the other end, but that's something you would do more once you are already inside. I kind of like to just take it and leave the front flat and just kind of tie these together with, sit on it, just tie the grommets together with a piece of paracord at night so that it stays open and you get the extra couple feet. So it's just kind of tied together, you know, once you're inside, tie it up, and that seems to work really good. But I'll get you a better look inside so you can see kind of what it looks like, because you got to fold the stuff up inside to get all the extra tarp out of the way. Okay, so now I'm all the way inside. You're pretty much at the entrance. There's at least a good 6 feet inside here if I was to fully close this front part. And if you just close it by just tying the grommets and not closing it exactly like that, there'd probably be, you probably lose 2 feet off that end. So in this you'd have almost 10 feet in here. When you close that up, it probably pulls another maybe 4 feet off, 8, I mean maybe you're down to 8 feet, something like that, 6, 8 feet. But so you had to fold all the extra pieces in, and so you just fold them in and lay them flat, and this is what's left over from that. And you can kind of see that the ceiling kind of folds in, and if you wanted it to look a lot better, like a lot better, you could fold that over and not pull it through as far, just fold it over at the end to get it so that it's straight with the sides and so it doesn't indent like it does. But this is the quickest and easiest way to do it. After you do it a couple times, you get the feel of exactly where to put all those clips that you put on the tarp. You can get a feel for where those go, and you can put it up in just a few minutes. It doesn't take long at all. And there's a lot of room in here. This is, 2 people could sleep, but you'd be laying right next to each other, but 2 people could easily sleep in here, even with all your gear. But that's, again, this is a 12 by 16 tarp, and most people probably aren't going to carry one this large. The ridgeline was tied at about 5 feet, so I'm assuming this is probably about 4 feet across right here, give or take a little bit. But it's a quick, easy shelter, and it's fully enclosed. You got a floor, and you can, you know, tie everything down. As long as you get those little dollar things, you can tie everything down really easy. So it's a cool shelter. I like it, and it would work for wind and rain basically. You could tie, I mean right now I don't have that tied, but you could tie through those grommet holes in the backside to make that a little more secure if you needed to. And yeah, great shelter, A-frame. It's like the simplest one that people have been doing forever, just with a little bit of alterations by using those clips so that you can make it fully enclosed. So you like this kind of stuff? Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.